Hey everyone, it's Kevin tomorrow with Strama AI. Today's video, we're going to run through a tutorial about how setting up our new engagement tracking as well as our unsubscribe link. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. So to do so, we are going to navigate to our settings page in Strama. It'll take you into here. From there, you are navigate to engagement tracking on the left-hand side. And once we've gotten to engagement tracking, we're going to walk you through the steps that we need to set these features up. So the first thing we are going to need to do is set up our trail URL. And so to do so, I'm going to click configure. And this is going to walk me through a wizard of how to do this. So we are creating a special subdomain for you that's going to be handling these analytics related to tracking and unsubscribe. And so first we are going to create a subdomain prefix. We recommend using trail as the standard subdomain, but feel free to use whatever you like. And then we're going to add our domain name, which for me, my email is kevin@strama.ai. So strama.ai is my domain name. And so if you're at google.com or at walmart.com, same scenario would apply, same situation would apply. You would be at walmart.com, at microsoft.com, etc. Or sorry, microsoft.com, etc., etc. And so once we've done that, we'd go ahead and click save. And now we're going to give you steps to configure your DNS records. So if you have access to your DNS, whether that's through Cloudflare, GoDaddy, Route 53, this will allow you to do so. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you have someone in your IT group that maybe manages your website. They would, if you provided them these instructions, they should know what to do with that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. But let's just assume that you do have access to your DNS. What you're going to want to do is navigate to, say, GoDaddy, for example, log in, and then navigate to the DNS management section. And so for GoDaddy, for example, there is a page in the left sidebar that says domains. You click on domains and then you choose the domain that we are editing. So in this case, I'm editing the strama.ai DNS records. So that'll populate as a domain in the list. I'll click that and that'll take me into a space where I can create a new record. And so I'm going to click new record. I'm going to select type as CNAME, and then we're going to give it the name. And then we are going to set the value target to whatever we have populated here for you, and then save those changes. So once you've done that, I'm going to click validate DNS record. Now keep in mind that DNS changes can take a few hours to even up to a day to propagate. So if you don't see that that notification that you just saw here that said that, hey, validation was successful, give it some time. Check back the following day. If it's still not updated, feel free to reach out to us and we can help troubleshoot that with you. Now that we've set all of that up, we can now add the unsubscribe token as well as enable click tracking in the settings page. But in order to enable click tracking of views, let's go ahead and check on one more thing, and that is our tracking image. So this image is what's going to be used for tracking views in our emails. So you're going to want to upload the whatever image that you use for your signature. We are going to replace that image in your signature with our own tracking image. So just find out what is the image that I'm using in my signature. Click this change button and upload it here. So then once we've done that, I'm going to go to our outreach settings and look at our signature. So with my signature, we've synced this with our inbox. So I've automatically brought in whatever signature that Google has for me. You can see it's a little messy. It looks a little overwhelming, but I'm going to help guide you through what we need to add and change here. So in this case, okay, there's a lot going on. First thing I want to do is just find out where my existing signature image is. That's typically going to be found if we look for the source tag. So that source tag here equals, we have quotation marks, and it has all of this junk here, right? So that is what we're going to be replacing to add our tracking image. So what I like to do personally, you do this however you want. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to click add tracking image. And I'm going to take these quotation marks let's go back up to source. So here's SRC if you recall. Oops. Let me just highlight this so people can see. Source, and we see the quotation marks. We want to get these quotation marks, everything in source, all the way through here. And then I noticed Google's added some extra fluff. So basically, I want to take it all the way to this ellipses here. So the equal to the ellipses from source. And I'm going to paste that tracking image URL in quotations into that spot. So it takes up a lot less room. And then I'm going to go back down and then just delete what I had there. Now, last thing I want to add is the unsubscribe link. So this is a lot easier. So this is typically just at the bottom of our emails. All we need to do is click add the unsubscribe link. It's going to put it at the bottom of our email. So once I click preview, I'm going to see, great, my image has been populated successfully, and we have our unsubscribe link. So we can check it from desktop, we can check it from mobile, and we're all done. So with that, you should be all set with being able to preserve your deliverability with an unsubscribe link, and then allowing us to set up some of these engagement metrics for you with emails opens, and more things coming down the line. So hope that was helpful. Again, if you run into any problems, feel free to reach out to us directly. Support at strama.ai, Kevin at strama.ai, and happy to work through any of these items and get you help. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some of our other upcoming tutorials that we have dialed up for you. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.